human system, which Doug Engelbert was one of those pioneering that we must co-evolve our tools and our human system, was flown over London for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, they asked him to draw, and he drew the landscape with so much detail. So these are not pathologies. The autistic person is able to draw in much more information than all of us. But it needs somebody else to complement his lack of social skills to bring that ability. So, okay, so they've not supported their own autistics. So when I go to countries, I say, where are your autistic people? We need them to manage the change. Because they've been stuffed, stashed away because they didn't have the requisite social skills. So I think it's that spectrum that we can harness. And so that's a fantastic question that we have to recover. We sort of thought technology made us free and individualistic, and then we start to have problems and need to know that we need to begin to work together.
Gestalt. That's all.
The Gestalt. Let's go into this room. I mentioned this yesterday, that this was the room for presentation, but it was also the room for drama, for acting plays. Because I can ask the question now, what will the world be like in 2050? And we can dream. There's a quote, I'm trying to remember where I got it from, old men dream dreams and young men see visions. But when we visualize that future, we can act it out, because drama is the engineering of emotions.
Very limited discussion, because our institution is really is a training institute preparing people for the allied health fields mostly. And so, we do have a doctorate of podiatry, but it's very applied and it's very highly regulated. So we do have those, but it's very limited in scope. And accreditation is, for an institution like ours, accreditation is like profit is for business. That it's the bottom line that we are compliant with the standards that are imposed on us, and we have a little wiggle room. We can add our own flavor, but like for instance, compassion is not one of the standards in the healthcare.
So for people who are good at drawing out from the silent people, they're able to get them to express themselves. So we work a lot in teams. So if you have an introvert on your team, if you work with him a bit more slowly, you'll get what he wants to express, and you express yourself. One of the key components of the class is that we limit the number of engineers taking the class to about 50%. This allows people from the medical school, from the religion department, from journalism, to be part of the team. Because we're just trying to express what we want to share with the world. The material here is not non-threatening. Later, as we get a product to get whatever they want to respond to the world, so it's really to have them respond to the world. It's really that we have some people trying to rewrite the country's
school, because before everything was siloed, and so one school had no idea what another school was doing. So this has helped with that beginning that practice. We're calling it interprofessional collaboration, and so and then simultaneously we have mini grants where we give faculty really small amounts of money to write up what they're doing using innovative practices in teaching and learning, and then sharing it with colleagues. And we've gotten the first year out, we got 20% of the faculty to engage. And so then now this year, we're hoping to get 30% to.
And how is the mini grant an incentive? Does it replace teaching time, or is it just small spending?
No, we give them cash.
Okay.
We give them $500 for engaging in an action research project where they try something new in their classroom, and then they document what were the barriers, what were the benefits, and then they have to document with evidence of student learning in some way. And some of them choose anecdotal evidence, this is what the student says, or they'll look at, they also will often look at the grade scores, because we're very test driven. So they'll look at the test scores, and they'll also look at discussion board quality, things like that. So,
with an information source and in an iPhone or some other mobile app,
is rapidly making it completely irrelevant for these doctors, with the exception of surgeries and even robotic surgeries moving in. So the notion that we would be shifting the learning process toward exactly what you're doing, compassion, understanding, caregiving, is so important in terms of what these people are actually going to be doing, because they're going to have a quote.
Denise, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's very exciting to be here. I'm glad that we have a little shade.
We do have a little bit of shade and a lot of human misery.
Ocean.
Yes.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful.
So we